Hey everyone, Plasmaster here. Welcome to the Nitrome 5. In this series I will be playing 5 Nitrome games in each episode. Nitrome is an indie game developer that used to make Flash games for browser. They currently make and publish mobile games, as well as games for Steam, Nintendo Switch, and other platforms. I've been following Nitrome since I was 11, and have met many of my long-term online friends through their games. Nitrome holds a special place for me, and is easily my favorite indie game studio. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get into it. First game for today is Toxic, which was released in August of 2007. In this game, you use explosives to traverse levels and defeat robots. Alright, so we're starting things off today with Toxic. This game is kind of an infamous one, actually. It's notoriously glitchy and well, like, I would certainly say that this is not one of my favorites. It has quite a few problems. It is one of Nitrome's earlier games, so you can't entirely fault them for that. They were still starting out. This game I've actually beaten before. And I recently played it at in a video call with some friends a few weeks back, and just got me in the mood to play it for this series, because I do enjoy a lot of Nitrome's games, but they do have their fair share of bad ones, and while this one, it's kind of in this weird gray area between bad and good. It has some good things about it. I think that they definitely improve vastly upon this game in its sequel, which also has its fair share of problems, but is certainly a lot better than this one. We're actually going to be playing that today too, so I hope you're looking forward to that. So, one of the things that I have a problem with in this game is that there are some sections that require very precise platforming, and then on top of that they throw in these little drips of toxic waste from the ceiling that are a very small hitbox, but they just linger for a really long time, and they drop quite frequently, so you end up having to deal with those a lot of the time. It's really annoying. Also, what's annoying is your bombs can hurt yourself. That is quite a nuisance. But even more annoying than that is that your hitbox, or your hurtbox rather, is quite gigantic. Okay, so right here we have another hazard, being this like toxic waste laser. It is also quite glitchy. It'll just clip right through walls, so if you aren't careful, you can very easily get hit by that and die. I mean, it doesn't instantly kill you, you just take damage, but if you have, if you don't have enough health, then you will die from getting hit by it. I think it'll be quite clear when I get to playing Toxic 2 in a little while here, that they definitely fixed a lot of the problems that this game had. Like the huge hurt box, being able to just clip through some terrain, like they fixed a lot of like the collision programming. They fixed some of the mechanics with like certain bombs. Like they definitely streamlined the bomb pickups, because in this game there's like a little too many of them, and you only end up using a few of them most of the time. A lot of the others are just filler. And in Toxic 2 they make it so that most every bomb has its own use. come on, really? Alright, can I? Yeah, I just clipped right through it. Yeah. Oh man. Alright, don't fall into the toxic waste. That will instantly kill you if you touch it, so I have to be very careful. Here. Oh, this is the end of the level. Wow, that was a fast level. These levels are quicker than I remember. I only just played this game recently, so my memory must just be terrible. Either that or this isn't a memorable game, which I can see that being the case. Toxic 2 is definitely a more memorable game. I know I keep, singing Toxic 2's praises. I'm kind of crapping on this game, but, it is a game deserving of crap. If you guys want to watch, like, some really awesome Nitrome game speedruns, yes, those do exist. I highly recommend going and watching some Toxic 2 speedruns. Those are so fun to watch. Just all the little glitches and exploits they use to do it. Oh man, it's really cool. Alright, I'm just gonna damage boost past those guys. These guys were way cooler in Nitrome Must Die, a game that I have not played yet, but I will at some point. I'm actually thinking about, because Nitrome Must Die is a very long game, and I love that game. It's a great game. I've actually been thinking about maybe cutting that game up into like tidbits, maybe bite-sized tidbits for people to watch. Like doing only like 2 level sets per Nitrome 5 video, and then just coming back to it like later on. I think that'd be a really fun thing to do. If you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. Of course, if there is any Nitrome game in particular you want to see me play in the next episode, you can also tell me that in the comments as well. I am all up for listening to feedback on this series. My goal of sorts with this series is to make a sort of love letter to Nitrome, because it unfortunately many of their games will not be playable in the future. So, I want to kind of maybe I want to sort of archive my experiences with their projects in this series, as well as showcase them for people who have not played them, so that they can go and play them before they go away, or so that they can look back on these things after they're gone. Of course, there is the Flashpoint project that is allowing Flash games to live on past the death of Flash in December of next year. But still, I felt that, I felt the need to make this series for those reasons, and not just that, but Nitrome games are how I met a lot of my friends nowadays. Like, the whole reason that I mean, you could say that the whole reason I'm doing YouTube at all is because of Nitrome games. Because I played Nitrome games, and then I discovered that there was a Wikipedia website for Nitrome, and then I later discovered, I'll just damage boost past these guys, who cares. I later discovered that there was a Smash Brothers wiki as well, and I contributed a lot to that, and went on to become one of the administrators of said wiki, and that wiki is where I met Laz and Darth. Oh man, I screwed up. I grabbed the wrong bomb. Whoa, that was In Toxic 2, there's like a whole different... He just does like the regular death animation when he touches that, but here he just sunk right in. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but you know, that Smashpedia is where I met Darth and Laz, and I had been doing YouTube for I think about 2 years, but hadn't really done anything. I hadn't really found my footing with it yet, and I really didn't until Darth Ouija suggested that we collaborate on a Rivals of Aether video over on his channel, and from there I just really took off with doing YouTube. And I mean, I say took off. I'm not saying I took off in terms of like subscriber count. Oh no. Oh man, that was scary. Okay. I want. Yeah, it clipped right through that wall. All right. Well, now I have to be very careful, or I'm gonna die. But like took off in terms of like me finding like what I wanted to do creatively and what I wanted to make in terms of content on here. I have just died. I am caught between a bomb and a toxic laser place. Oh man, that sucked. So like the whole reason that I even have a lot of the friends that I have today is because of Nitrome. Like I wouldn't have went and made a Discord account and met all the people on the Robin Discord and like, I mean, Darth and Laz and I didn't really start talking regularly until I made a Smashpedia Discord. I ended up making the Discord in the first place because the Nitrome Wiki made a Nitrome Wiki Discord. I'm just gonna take this hit here so that I can get through this portion, because after this it's just the end of the level, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is one of those sections I was talking about with the precision platforming. It's quite annoying, especially when that happens. Oh no, oh no, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh boy. This is why I hate some of the platforming in this game. Okay. Oh man, that was an expert movement right there. Did you see that? That was insane. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No. 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 Die, thank you. Oh, that sucked. It's okay, it's okay. We're good. We are all good. Oh man. And then of course there's this guy. I just put him out of his misery there. You are free of your terrible programming, my friend. Oh, you've got to be kidding me with this. More of this? Really? I hate these sections in this game. It's okay, I'll just, yeah, there we go. Alright, that was an epic gamer move right there. Ooh, yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that magic. Oh, come on, stand up. Oh, that was, oh my gosh. Can I get an instant replay on that? That was sick. And I still have one more throw bomb to get to the exit. Hell yeah. Nice. The next game is Toxic 2. Toxic 2 was released in November of 2008. In this game, you control the Hazmat Hero to stop the evil armies of robots. Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh, okay, that was intentional. I found a bonus area. Apparently. So you found the back door. Well done. I bet you feel really clever now. I certainly do. I did not know this was here. Oh my gosh, there's like robot fish. I've never seen these guys before. What the heck? Well, I'm dead. Oh, Okay, another thing that this game improved on is that there's actual... I'm gonna turn off the sound effects for a second because that's getting really annoying. There's actual health pickups in this game. So, you know, if you're going through an area and you ain't doing so hot, well, you know, maybe you'll find a health pickup somewhere around here. So, you know, again, vast improvement. Alright, here is another massive improvement to this game. They added these special bombs that they work like the drill bombs from the first game, but you can actually plant them on different surfaces to have them go in various different directions. Vast improvement. Something that I didn't even know that I wanted in the first Toxic game until I played the second one. Was like, yeah, that just makes so much sense. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, oh no. That was a bad move. Oh man, oh, I almost did not make it through there. Okay, did this guy just kill himself? Yes, he did. Wow. Good job, dude. There is a boss fight on this level. He can be a little frustrating, and he has a few glitches. If you're not careful, he can... you can end up, like, reducing his health to 0, but he still won't die, and you'll just have to restart the level, which is a little annoying. It's actually possible to get damaged by the boss, like, right as he spawns by jumping into this room, instead of just walking in, so you do have to be careful about how you, like, enter the actual boss fight, which is kind of funny. Oh man. Forgot he had this attack. Yeah, I don't care, man. Die. Alright, sweet. I did not end up glitching it that time. Fortunately. Alright. And there's the end of the level. It's just, you know... whole level is just one boss fight. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching me play the Toxic series. Those are the only 2 games in the Toxic series. I'm thinking in the future I will try to package like games that have series together in one video. Particularly ones that have like more story than others. So definitely look forward to that more in the future. The next game is Parasite, which was released in July of 2009. In this game, you play as an alien parasite and mind-control different creatures to solve puzzles. Oh man, I love the sound design for this guy when you punch an enemy. Oh man, it just sounds so brutal. Oof, he just slugged that man off the side. What the heck? That was really funny. The other bear, he popped up in the water. This level always gave me trouble when I was younger. I could never get past it. I have beaten this game before, but when I was younger, I had a lot of trouble with this level in particular. Actually, come to think of it, if these are acorns, and those ladybugs are that big, doesn't that mean that those bears are actually, like, really small? Either that or the bugs and flowers and well, no, because there's regular-sized butterflies here. What the heck? The ecosystem in this game does not make any sense. I can just charge through these guys safely while I'm riding my trusty acorn rocket here. Oh gosh. Oh sweet. I am rocking this area. Oh gosh. Wow. I did very well there. Like, not to pat myself on the back or anything. so another section where you have to, oh gosh, be very careful. There we go. Only 2 spirits in that level, really. That's quick. The next game is Sandman. Sandman was released in February of 2006. In this game, you build paths out of sand to escort the sleepwalkers to safety. I don't think I've ever been past like level 3 or so of this game because, partially because my patience ran out for it quite quickly, and partially because when I first played this game as a young Plasmaster, I just got to like, I think it was level 3, but it might have been a later level that I'm thinking of. But it was just a level where there was just some puzzle that I just could not figure out as a kid. I think it's the sort of game that you can just kind of play when you just want to kind of relax a little bit. I find that a lot of Nitrome's puzzle games are like that, where they're good for when you just want to chill, you know? Yeah, I think this was the level. Yeah, this is level 3. This was the level that I got stuck on. Allow me to explain my stupidity, if you will. When I was a kid, I thought, oh, there's this ceiling above this area, and these glass walls prevent you from clicking in those areas. Like, I can click here, and I can't drop sand. And I was too stupid to realize that I can just make a pile of sand off to the side and have it just fall into the pit down there. And there you go, the level's beat. I didn't understand that as a kid. Apparently thinking was a foreign concept to me as a child. This game has a little bit of a different art style from Nitrome's other stuff. I think it's mostly because it was still early on, so they were still trying to find their their style, and they definitely have their own unique style of pixel art. Like you see Nitrome pixel art and you know it's Nitrome, you know? I don't know why I've been saying you know a lot after like everything I say. I think it's because I'm still a little bit uncomfortable recording solo. And I mentioned before that, you know, there it is again, you know. I mentioned before that this series, like, the purpose is to showcase and sort of archive my thoughts and experiences with these games that I loved as a kid and still love today. Oh my gosh, you guys, turn around this instant. That's certainly true, but it also gives me an opportunity to practice recording solo more often. It's something that I started out with in the early days of my channel. Like, I made old Smash 3DS videos that I just recorded on like a tablet camera, like back in 2015, 2016. And that was all like solo recorded, and you could definitely tell that I am not very comfortable on microphone there. And I'm still not entirely comfortable when I record by myself. So this series is a good opportunity for me to do that. I'm definitely more comfortable when I, have someone there to bounce things off of, because I think it's partially because then I don't feel so pressured to have things to say all the time, because I have someone else there to, it isn't so much that I'm doing a video when I'm doing it with other people. I don't put on a performance when I record. I generally act how I normally would when I'm just playing with friends. There just happens to be a camera recording it all, you know? I think I definitely have more fun when I record with other people. Because I'm definitely something of an introvert. I didn't have a ton of friends growing up, like when I was real little. Like around, I don't think these guys are gonna be able to make it through here. Like in elementary school, I had a couple friends. Like 2 or 3, which isn't a bad number. It's definitely like better to have like, what the heck, guys? Come on, you fell right through that? Really? Are they all gonna die? Oh no, they're just falling right into the portal. Does that count? What? Game over? Are you serious with that? Ugh. It's definitely better to have like 2 or 3 great friends, great close friends that you really trust, than it is to have, 20 acquaintances. Like it's it's better. But I was, and I still am, something of an introvert. I'm not completely comfortable talking to strangers and people that I don't know. But when I'm talking with friends and recording with friends, it's a whole another level. I'm just so much more comfortable in those situations, and so I'm able to bring out my more charismatic, silly meme lord side when I record with other people, other people that I know, that is, and have like an established relationship with. If you asked me to record with like some random person that I barely know, I probably wouldn't be able to do as well. I wouldn't have as good a time. I wouldn't produce as good content. What the heck are you guys doing? You're stupid, and I hate you. You're stupid, and I hate you. That covers 2 bases, guys. Ugh, you gotta be kidding me with this. I actually did a podcast with someone who nowadays, I don't know if I would say they're a friend, because I still don't talk to them all that often. But I did a podcast with someone back in, oh gosh, maybe late 2016, I think. Pretty sure it was 2016. And I did this podcast, and I don't even know why this person asked me to do this podcast with them, but they did, and so we started recording this podcast, and I was just so uncomfortable. I was doing this with someone that I didn't know, and so I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I didn't I didn't know this person well enough that I could keep up an engaging conversation with them. And a lot of the topics that they picked for the podcast were things that I ultimately wouldn't be all that interested in. Stuff like celebrity baby names. It's like talking about how silly and stupid some celebrity baby names are. And it's like, that's not something that I'm either informed about or care all that much about. Like, how am I supposed to keep up an engaging conversation on that topic, let alone with someone who I don't know very well? It's, it's difficult to do, for sure. Okay, guys, I'm gonna need you to turn your asses right around here. There are times where I'll get finished with a recording session with someone, and we'll continue to hang out for a while and talk. Like I'll get to a point where I'm kind of tired, like socially tired, and I just need to I need to recharge. I gotta go and do something by myself for a bit, or just go to sleep, so that I can recharge in more way than one. But I'll be too I'll be too shy to bring attention to it, because I don't want to feel like I'm ruining the other person's time by telling them that I am that I need to leave. I kind of feel like a little bit selfish. I would feel selfish doing that, and so I'm always hesitant to kind of speak my mind in that way, which is a bit of a problem because you need that time to socially recharge. The last game for today is Temple Glider. Temple Glider was released in October of 2010. In this game, you fly through pyramids filled with booby traps. So, my audio recording dropped right after I beat Sandman. Not beat Sandman, but finished playing Sandman. So all the stuff for Temple Glider got lost. So I am going back and just record doing an audio recording over the gameplay recording that I already did. So unfortunately there isn't going to be any live commentary for this one. But I'll just talk. You'll still get my commentary, just not as the game was being played. Also, I'm eating right now. I haven't eaten today, so sorry if there's any noise or if I sound weird. Alright, so Temple Glider. This game has a pretty awkward control scheme, actually. You fly upwards by holding left or right, and that's also how you move on the ground. If you hold the left or right buttons for long enough while on the ground, you'll take off. And so if you want to stay on the ground and just walk along the ground, which there are some sections of the game that require that, you actually have to tap the key like repeatedly without holding it for too long, which is a little awkward. But it's a fun game, actually. I beat it just a few weeks ago for the first time. Yeah, right here you can see it. I had to I have to keep repeatedly pressing the button to just walk along the ground. It's a little weird. he freaked out when he got to the thing there. Yeah, right here I had quite a bit of trouble with this section here with the arrows. Yep. You really have to just thread the needle right between them, which can be a little difficult. Yeah, it just barely nicked me that time. The way this game's controls work makes it so that, like, the level design is very unorthodox, but it's also very unique. It's certainly something to be commended. Like, this game is certainly not among my favorite Nitrome games, but it's definitely it's a solid entry in their library. This game is quite generous with their checkpoints, I gotta say. It has its fair share of challenging sections, but I feel like there are some portions of the game where it's like, alright, like, did I really need a checkpoint for that? That part was not that hard. Like, that was super easy. Okay, so remember when I said that they were liberal with their checkpoints? Well, this level in particular is not. I think it only has like 2 checkpoints, and there's like very long sections with lots of opportunities to die in between there. I didn't have too much trouble with like the first half of the level, but the second half I had quite a bit of difficulty with. Yeah, I remember being like, I'm not ending the recording until I beat this level. I was like, oh, I was so determined. Yeah, look at how far back that put me. And I wasn't even close to the next checkpoint yet. Like, you know, they made me eat my words retroactively, actually. This cereal box has a... I'm eating cereal right now. This cereal box has a cutout on the back. Oh, I finally made it to the checkpoint. Nice. Way to go, past me. Yeah, the cereal box has a bunch of cutouts, like cardboard things you can cut out on the back of the box. And you can like fold them and like tape them together and stuff and make what the back of the cereal box describes as actual reality goggles. And they're just cardboard goggles with like no lenses at all. It's somebody had to have a ridiculous sense of humor to say like, hey, yeah, let's make this. Well, anyways, that's been all from me. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Nitrome 5. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All that great stuff. Hope you have a great day. Be sure to check out the games, which there are links to in the description. And that's going to be it for me. See y'all later.